So, what do we have here?
Set apart, you're different from what's really alive. I can see now through your clear blue eyes. I was sad and blind, and you look good to me. You said I'd be your only man. Every once in a while you find a place in my heart. Every once in a while you try and try. You just try and find the good life. Best of luck to you. You're the kind of friend I'll deny. How was I a victim, so easily led? How could I have played into your hands? I was sad and blind, and you look good to me. You said I'd be your only man. Every once in a while you find a place in my heart. Every once in a while you try and try. You just try and find the good life. The best of luck to you. You're the kind of friend I'll deny. once in a while you find a place in my heart. Every once in a while you try and try. You just try and find the good life. The best of luck to you. You're the kind of friend I'll deny.
Wow, that was awesome. When did you start playing at Bentley?
I don't know. I was just goofing around. Your part still works fine. So, what are you doing here?
Well, I took my ma shopping today, and as you can imagine, after that I needed to unwind a little. So I drove past, saw your light on, and here I am.
Great. I was just trying to decide what song to record next and came across that tape of Best of Luck we recorded something like 20 years ago.
Wow, was it that long ago? I don't even have that tape. What else is on it?
Oh, just some weird stuff we were messing around with. Best of Luck was the only decent song of the bunch.
Hey, you'll never guess who I saw today.
I'm not even gonna try.
Do you remember that kid with the funny name who sat behind you in 4th grade and he locked himself in the coat room when Mrs. Benars made us dance with the girls? Jerry Loomis. We always called him Jerry Lewis. Anyway, I was picking up a few things at the store and this stock boy comes up to me and says, Damien Esky, remember me? And I say, sure. Who are you? And he says, Jerry Loomis from grade school. And I said, oh yeah, you were the kid who hid in the broom closet.
Yeah, okay, I get the point. Were you glad to see him?
Not really, but I talked to him for a while till it got to the point where there was nothing left to say. So then I said, hey, my ice cream's melting. I better go. You know, I didn't want to just blow the guy off.
Wow, that was really interesting. So what else is new?
Hey, can I smoke? I'm dying in here.
Go ahead. You might as well limber up that singing voice. If it doesn't kill you, it'll make you stronger.
Oh, that's what I say.
Hey, do you know whatever happened to that tape we recorded as the alligator clips in Connecticut? I can't find that thing anywhere.
Why would you want to? I think I might have it somewhere.
Well, we did that tune Germania you wrote, remember?
Sure, we also did that one-take wonder of rubber alligators too. What about it?
I don't know. For some reason, I was just thinking about when we recorded in that freezing cold barn. We had just enough beer and weed to keep us from stiffening up completely.
That was the old Damien. No more of that stuff for me.
I know. Hey, you done with that smoke yet? Let's play another song.
Sure. Don't know where I'm going, I sure know where I've been. Uncertainty invades my every thought. Making choices for the better is something that I might regret. Most oftentimes I pay for what I've got. Seems like I don't know what I'm doing. What the future holds, I can't be sure. One thing that I know is I'm a fighter. What I need to find out is a cure. I always seem to lack a true direction. Always seems it's always been that way. Maybe I can find a new direction, all the while I still have dues to pay. no matter much what side of the fence you're on. Glass might be half empty and the deck is missing cards. The game and the battle, it just keeps going on. Seems like I don't know what I'm doing. What the future holds, I can't be sure. One thing that I know is I'm a fighter. What I need to find out is a cure. I always seem to lack the true direction. Always seems it's always been that way. Maybe I can find a new direction. All the while I still have dues to pay. Yes, I do. Just might be mistaken, might be very right. Either way, it's hard to tell the truth. Makes me stop and wonder, makes me try to think that sea is rough one day, it might be smooth. Seems like I don't know what I'm doing. What the future holds, I can't be sure. One thing that I know is I'm a fighter. What I need to find now is the cure. I always seem to lack the true direction. Always seems it's always been that way. Maybe I can find a new direction. All the while I still have dues to pay. Cool tone on that guitar, man. You could make a chainsaw sound good. I never could figure out how you did that.
Damien, I practice. Sometimes it pays to focus on just one thing for a while.
I can't waste my time doing that. There's too much else to do.
You call it wasting time and I call it focus.
Yeah, fine, sure, whatever. I still have to get through the day. At least I get to do something I like for a living.
Job is just a job. It just pays the bills.
Yeah, it sure is nice to get in my car, crank up the tunes, and feel good about going off to earn my daily bread.
Yeah, well, it sure stinks to get up at 3 a.m. to load a few lousy trucks.
I get to the office to face a whole new day answering everyone's questions. Good morning, this is Damien Espy. How can I help you?
Lucky my back is still holding out. Looks like I'll be slinging packages for a couple more years yet unless something else comes along.
I just lean back in my leather chair with my coffee and cigarette and plan my day. Yeah, Damien Espy, the doctor of packaging, they always say.
I know what I don't want, but what is it I'm really after?
Every day a new challenge, a new adventure, and a new problem to solve.
It's my own roadblocks that keep getting in the way.
You know, the travel is nice too. Something I never did a lot of when I was younger.
Maybe I'm afraid to compete.
I rush off to the airport, take off to God knows where, put out a corporate fire, and head back. What a life.
I never did like to compete, even in swimming. Coming from such a big family, I had to grab for everything. It just became easier to withdraw.
I just come home, dump off my stuff, and then it's on to the next crisis. They just pay me to do what I do. I don't even know how much I make.
I was the one who wanted to do it all. Too bad I never took care of the business end of that deal.
Of course, I can't just work. I've got other interests to keep me distracted.
I get up at 3 to go to work, come home as my wife is leaving, take care of my daughter the rest of the day, then straight to bed, only to do it all over again the next day.
Meetings, friends, a date now and then. Man, my schedule is full of fun.
Sometimes it feels like I need to explode.
And dancing. Now there's something I haven't done in a while. I need to find the time for that somehow in my busy schedule.
I can barely find time to work on my music anymore.
Being divorced allows me some time to do what I want.
It's the highlight of my day to be with my little girl, but sometimes even that seems like work.
Don't get me wrong, I love my kids, but it's good to know when I'm going to see them and what time is mine.
Maybe if we could just get ahead a little financially.
Maybe I should get me one of those electronic organizer things to help keep all my schedules and appointments straight.
I already gave up smoking and drinking. Guitar strings are my biggest vice. It's great to finally have our own house, but there's always some unexpected expense.
I owned a home once. Too much hassle for me. I like renting.
I just hope the water heater holds out for a few more months.
No lawn to mow, no snow to shovel.
Hey, Damien, are you ever gonna wear all those clothes you have?
Do you even own a suit?
Nope.
Must be nice.
I never really thought about it.
You never wanted to be a typical worker bee, did you?
You were always trying to be different.
But you wanted to be recognized.
Only when I wasn't looking.
I wanted to be somebody.
You are.
I wanted to be ahead of the crowd.
You were.
But why?
Fear of putting 35 years on the turret lathe like your dad?
Maybe.
Fear of being small-minded and forgettable?
Probably. You know, maybe that's why we smoked pot and drank so much. Thought it would make us different.
Yeah, we just became part of the first I drink, then I smoke gang. And besides, it stunted our growth.
Yeah, emotionally anyway. It all seems so logical now. Being part of that great American demographic. Married, 2 kids, a house, 2 cars, a dog. Man, it made me crazy.
Too normal?
Too average.
Too everyday?
Too ordinary.
You stood beside me waiting for a bus that never came. We laughed about it later, and the time it seemed insane. After all we had been through, our sentence was complete. We found a simple answer on ordinary street. I may not be a genius, you may not be a queen. We were meant for more than this, we hope for better things. Could have been a diplomat, the world at my feet. Instead, we found this no frills life on ordinary street. I last recall a broken ladder, the rungs were in my hand, staring skyward wishing for a set of best laid plans. Though we struggle daily, our lives are still complete. We cast our lot, we hold our ground on ordinary street. We'll rise above this lowly state and leave it all behind. Search of buried treasures and the pleasures locked inside. Two lonely souls who found each other across an ocean deep. We'll claw like cats to save ourselves from ordinary street. Until we do, our friends will find us on ordinary street.
Say, man, that song still gives me the chills. Does that publisher still own the rights to it?
Yeah,
Good move. He ain't done a damn thing with it.
not that I know of.
You know, we could go places with a song like that.
Oh yeah? Where? Back to Ordinary Street?
No, No, not this time. What about a songwriting contest?
What in the world are you talking about?
Here, wait a minute. Here, I got it right here. Attention singer-songwriters. Enter a self-recorded original composition. First prize, $25,000 and a gig at the Vic in Chicago. Let's use Ordinary Street. It'll work. We'll win. We can use that Nashville demo you had.
Can't use it. It's under contract, remember? Besides, we didn't record it. It would violate the singer-songwriter.
So who'd know?
I'd know.
So what? Besides, it's your song anyway. Who cares?
I care.
Well, don't you have a demo that you recorded?
Yeah, sure.
Well, let's use that.
But Damien, you're not on that recording.
So what? Who'd know?
We'd know.
So what? Who cares?
For Christ's sake, Damien.
Okay, I get the point. I guess if we really had to, we could re-record it.
We would have to. There could be no other way. Hey, I know. Let's write a new song. We could do that just as easily. Besides, we never actually wrote a song in the same room together. Let's give that a shot. What do you say?
Nah, that's starting to sound a lot like work.
Work? That sounds like fun to me.
It's work, all right. And my music ain't supposed to be work. It's supposed to be fun.
Fun. It's always about fun with you. Wouldn't you like to finally do something with our music?
Hey, all I really want for us is to enter that contest and win. Is that so hard? That way we could say we've done something with our music. That would be something. We enter, we win, we're famous.
Really? It's that simple. So what have I been wasting all these years doing? Practicing, playing, writing, recording. We enter, we win, we're famous. That's it?
Yeah, it's an easy opportunity for us to take advantage of.
To take advantage of. Is that what it's all about? And then what?
Success will be ours.
Have you lost your mind completely? Is that the way you really see it?
I don't know, but it sure sounds good, don't it?
Damien, who are you? What do you even want? Do you even know? Look, you have a great job. People look up to you. They respect you. Some are even foolish enough to hang on your very words. You got charisma, a winning personality, and you're lazy. As long as something comes easily, fine. When it comes to putting out any real effort, forget it. You are a slider. Gifted yet merely competent at a wide variety of things. Oh, it was always easy for you. In school, you never studied and got straight A's. I busted my ass just to get a B. It's always been the same. I struggle and you get the glory. Over the years, little by little, you've managed to completely piss me off by refusing to put any effort into anything we've ever tried to do together, Mr. Mile Wide and Inch Deep. Someone once said to me, you will achieve success to the degree you desire due to your persistent fervor. Not bad, eh?
Who said that?
You did. Back in high school.
Not bad for a guy with a command of no languages, foreign or domestic.
Too bad you never took your own advice. So what is it with you? We've been friends for 35 years and sometimes it seems like I don't know you at all. It's not just about winning a songwriting contest this time. It's about your whole approach to life.
Maybe I don't even know what I want. I've spent so much time and effort trying to look good that I don't really know who I am.
Oh, you're the genius guy, remember?
Well, sounds like I finally outsmarted myself this time.
More than hearts are broken this time. Someone else's words cut deeper than mine. Who could ever ask for more in this life? More than hearts are broken this time. We devour each new day like another plate at a cheap buffet. Still devising ways to look again. Who could tell the difference between hell and happiness? Waiting here for someone's sweet caress. My temptation reaches and excites. Your noose just might be too tight. Hope you'll be alright. Guilt and sorrow crowd your little room. It seems too much has come too soon. But you parade on through. More than hearts are broken this time. Someone else's roots cut deeper than mine. Who could ever ask for more in his life? More than hearts are broken this time. Crossing borders, new frontiers. You eagerly wait. Still can stop all life. It's there to slap you in the face. Cut the mindless day to day and reach beyond the track. No road looks any lonelier than the one that's at your back. My temptation reaches and excites. Your noose just might be too tight. I hope it'll be alright. Guilt and sorrow crowd your little room. It seems too much has come too soon. You parade on through. More than hearts are broken this time. Someone else's words cut deeper than mine. Who could ever ask for more in this life? More than hearts are broken this time. More than hearts are broken this time. Someone else's words cut deeper than mine. Who could ever ask for more in this life? More than hearts are broken this time. More than hearts are broken this time. Someone else's words cut deeper than mine. Who could ever ask for more in this life? More than hearts are broken this time. More than hearts are broken this time. Someone else's words cut deeper than mine. Who could ever ask for more in this life? More than hearts are broken this time.
Born Heart, thank you.
Hey, man.
Thank you, Chicago. We love you.
Look, Canadian.
Autographs will be given out after the show.
Hello, a kick in the pants will be given after the applause dies down.
What? That's my audience, my fans.
In your wildest dreams.
Spoiled sport. What do you want anyway?
That song was written about you, you know.
So you've told me more times than I care to remember. I just like the tune.
When I wrote it, you were out to hurt anyone that crossed your path.
That was a long time ago, okay? So I messed up. I made a mistake. Who made you my conscience anyway?
A mistake? It was a whole series of mistakes. You sure cast a wide net of misery that time.
All right, lay off. Your eloquence is underwhelming.
Into a new day, a little light must lead. Left with nothing to heal from, the wound is left to bleed.
Oh, so we're quoting ourselves now, are we? I was just doing the best I could.
Doing the best you could at treating everyone like Kleenex, and all the while pouring out your discontent to me with long-distance phone calls.
I didn't know you minded the calls.
I didn't really. It's just you've always been more interested in talking than listening, even to me.
Go on, I'm listening.
I may have written more than Hearts Are Broken this time, but you lived it.
Okay, so maybe I did. You know, we've always written songs about relationships, but maybe they also say something about the 35 years that we've known each other. There have been a lot of ups and downs. You took your music on the road.
I took it on the chin, too.
I just wanted to play one song, play one gig, and see my name in lights.
You still do. I wanted us to play in a real band together, and you never wanted to put in the effort. I've always felt a little let down. You didn't want what I wanted.
But you always want what you want.
Touche.
Hey there, windy lady, you've done more than filled my sails. Now your silence shows me it has come to no avail. Just by chance I found out I'm not part of your plan. My fate rests in your hands, and I'm feeling cast away. Your love is like an anchor dragging me down, down, down. I get a sinking feeling that our love has run aground. Your love is like an anchor dragging me down, down, down. I get a sinking feeling whenever you're around. Hey, Davey.
Hey, hang on a second. I've been trying something different with this song lately. Check it out.
I don't know what provoked you, what made you act this way. You turned on me, sat waiting like a hungry bird of prey, just hoping I would fall out, drift in jealousy. And all the while you're hoping that there's something wrong with me. Your love is like an anchor dragging me down, down, down. I get a sinking feeling that our love is run aground. Your love is like an anchor dragging me down, down, down. I get a sinking feeling whenever you're around. Got no plans to leave you, got no time today. Got a mind to leave you in a shark-infested bay. Was a lonely sailor in your harbor, safe and warm. You kept me safe and near you till I recovered from the storm. But time moves on and so must we. The sun no longer shines. What comes as no surprise. The truth is in your lies. Your love is like an anchor dragging me down, down, down. I get a sinking feeling that our love is run aground. Your love is like an anchor dragging me down, down, down. I get a sinking feeling whenever you're around. I get a sinking feeling whenever you're around. I get a sinking feeling whenever you're around.
So what the hell was that? Why do you always have to change the arrangements? Change the key, move the bridge, slower here, faster there. What is that?
To me, these songs, they're living things. They either grow or die. Sometimes they need to change to keep growing, and so do I.
You know, in all seriousness, maybe that's why I can't keep up with you. It gets frustrating, always having to learn new parts. It's hard enough for me to just remember the song.
It's a lot like life, Damien. Change is coming at you. It's never gonna stop. I need to have things played a certain way. I want it the way I want it. Period.
Period. As in you're having yours. Who appointed you musical dictator? Even the Berlin Wall came down. Maybe you should come down too, off your high horse. You're such an ass sometimes. Here's something I want for a change. of passion won't end well. Time has come to play. You traded in your losing hand for cards that always win. Your painted lips, your empty heart, but look what shape I'm in.
You open up your heart to me. I'm left out in the rain. You open up your heart to me. I just can't stand the pain. You open up your heart to me. I just might go insane. You open up your heart to me. Without a grave. Without a grave.
These memories, like railroad tracks, they wind into the sky. Begs the question, can't you see? Just stop and don't ask why. These memories, they tell the tale of days too fast gone by. In faded memories, I hope in time would help the hours go by.
You open up your heart to me. I'm left out in the rain. You open up your heart to me. I just can't stand the pain. You open up your heart to me. I just might go insane. You open up your heart to me. Without a grave. Without a grave. You open up your heart to me. I'm left out in the rain. You open up your heart to me. I just can't stand the pain. You open up your heart to me. I just might go insane. You open up your heart to me. Without a grave. Without a grave.
Feel better now? We did it your way.
You tell me, was it such an absolute root canal for you to play something my way for a change?
No, it wasn't bad at all. As a matter of fact, it was rather good to see you take some initiative for a change.
You always hoped I'd come around, didn't you?
Yeah, but after a while, I kind of gave up and moved on. You were never interested in making music a career. I should have let it go a long time ago.
You were always interested and willing to do whatever it takes.
Only to a point. There was always that mental list of conditions. When they weren't met, it was just another excuse to bail. There were always conditions.
With our friendship, too.
Sure. But we always seemed to pick up where we left off, a little older, a little wiser, a little uglier.
Speak for yourself. Why is everything so life and death with you? You always want to drive the bus. You want all the answers. Lighten up a little. Let someone else drive the bus for a change. Just sit back and be a passenger for once.
Go ahead and drive.
Let's take a little tour, shall we?
Where to? Somewhere hot?
You could say that.
All right. Giddy up.
See Greg? See Greg run? Run, Greg, run.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
Quiet on the bus, this is no fairy tale. Damien likes Greg and admires Greg and his music because of Greg's willingness to sacrifice, take risks, and stay dedicated. These are all things Damien has never been good at. Greg pursues the things in life that are important to him. Damien has never been good at that either. Damien learns from Greg, But Greg is very self-justifying. Greg does everything for a reason. And of course, his reasons are always right. Greg likes things his way. Greg always tries to control. Greg's a control freak. Control, Greg, control.
Are we there yet? I'm gonna get off.
Damien senses and feels this controlling behavior. Damien finds it very difficult to accept. Damien thinks Greg is domineering, so Damien feels belittled and put down. Damien sometimes feels chastised and kind of beat up by Greg.
It's time to get off.
Other people feel the same way about Greg. That is why he feels misunderstood. That is why he feels unappreciated. And that is why he feels unfulfilled in his life.
Are we there yet? Is that the end?
Sorry, but there appears to be no end in sight. Yes.
So it's a work in progress, right? How can I get off your damn bus?
No, the journey isn't over, but you can't drive again.
When did you make up that little story?
I didn't. It's not a story, it's your life, and you live it every day.
Blue wings uncommon, feral driving gray, cast along the rivers by which we play. Setting suns in winter, leading home the way, lost like sheep in flock that have turned away. Still, we dream of a future when no one lives in pain and persecution. But we burn that bridge in a brave and a bloody revolution. We cast our fate to the winds of convolution. And it's over now. Well, it's over now. Yet we still cast shadows longer than our frowns in all of uninspired, lonely tourist towns. There's no refrain from laughter when silence fills the day. We overlook the past and the mess we've made. Still, we dream of a future where no one lives in pain and persecution. But we burn that bridge and pray and a bloody revolution. We cast our fate to the winds of convolution. And it's over now. Well, it's over
God, I'm starving. Just look at the time. Hey, what do you say we go out and get something to eat, buddy?
No, I don't think so. Maybe you should just leave. Now.
Just because someone left you years ago,
Don't take it out on me.
carefully chosen words that fate and rule.
Angrily hanging at the G.
Something about the only child in this,
Seeing his own identity.
nevertheless you crafted brick by brick.
Walls over which no one can see.
Couldn't it be you still feel abandoned?
Didn't you say your destiny?
Couldn't it be you cry for attention?
And you say,
Hey, what about me? And you say,
hey, what about me? And you say,
hey, what about me? Just think about the pain you caused by chance.
hurting so needlessly.
See the words like weapons drawn too fast.
Challenging those you rarely see.
Hiding the pain you feel when goes at last.
Hold the joy of family.
Playing the outlaw only serves to cast.
The role of enemy.
Couldn't it be you still feel abandoned?
Didn't you say your destiny?
Couldn't it be you cry for attention?
And you say,
Hey, what about me?
and you say, hey, what about me? And you say,
Hey, what about me? Couldn't it be you feel abandoned?
didn't you say your destiny?
Cry for attention.
And you say,
Hey, what about me?
I sure let him have it. God knows he had it coming, that smug son of a bitch. Never thought I'd be the one to say it, though. For all the talking I do, confrontation has never been my best thing. There's usually no issue too large or difficult that can't be avoided. In this case, things needed to be said. So he threw me out of the studio. We've had problems like that before. We'll just give it some time and it'll blow over. It's funny though, sometimes I can still smell the paint in our first apartment together on Lincoln Avenue back when we were 18. We lasted about a year living together before we each needed our own space. But you know, to hell with Greg. There are enough heavy things in the world without being saddled for 35 years with a self-justifying know-it-all who can't see the light at the opening of the tunnel, much less the end of it. Even a friendship can go stale. Truth is, with all the schmoozing I do, I can't bullshit Greg. He knows me too well. Hey, you were so on top of your game today. Looking good. I'd love to help you with that. Great idea, boss. Wish I'd thought of it. Sometimes I can't even stand myself. It sure hasn't been easy sucking up to the right people for all these years. The doctor of packaging is really just a doctor of proctology, looking up every asset he can find that'll do him some good. Now, Greg, on the other hand, he's working all the time. One lousy job after another, scraping out a living while chasing down first this project, then that one. Music is his life, no matter what. You'd think after all these years and having a family, he'd get a decent job and stick with it. He needs a little security. Security. What is security? I've got my pension, 401k, great job, nice car, 2 beautiful daughters. So what's missing? Why do I feel so empty inside? Damien, who are you? He asked. Do you even know? Man, this just isn't like me. I usually leave the soul-searching crap to Greg. I'm the life of the party, everybody's go-to guy. Maybe I've had enough of being the ass-kissing weasel who keeps schmoozing till he gets what he wants. That is, as long as it doesn't require any real effort. Maybe there's something to be said for having nothing to lose. Girl, you mean so much to me, more than words can ever say. There's no place that I'd rather be than with you every day. The way you make me feel, the things you make me do. I know this is for real, baby, please tell me that it's true. 'Cause I'm trying to express true emotion inside, driven by a feeling that I need you by my side. I'm trying to express true emotion inside, driven by a feeling that there's nothing left to hide. The times when we're together, they seem far too short, just to be with you and love you. Yes, I've known this from the start. At first I was uncertain, but now I know for sure. I've got that illness, baby, it's you that's got the cure. 'Cause I'm trying to express true emotion inside, driven by a feeling that there's nothing left to hide. I'm trying to express true emotion inside, driven by a feeling that there's nothing left to hide. I'm trying to express true emotion inside, driven by a feeling that I need you by my side. I'm trying to express true emotion inside, driven by a feeling that I need you by my side.
what Damien's been up to. We were pretty much at each other's throats from the moment we got together last time. Sometimes I wonder why we bother at all. We both seem to do better on our own than when we're together. There always seems to be this competitive thing between us. I like to communicate with people, not just talk to them. As someone who enjoys the process of doing things, it's part of my nature to explain what it is and why. He sees that as self-justifying. He actually called me a control freak. I suppose I am, coming from someone with no discipline whatsoever. He can't even begin to grasp what I'm about. The concepts of dedication and focus, they're just too abstract for that guy. When it comes to keeping things in a box, though, and having control over your own environment, Damien is king of all he surveys. If it's not about him, it's not happening. Even back in high school, I'd ask him how his weekend was, and he'd tell me everything in excruciating detail. Then he'd carry on with whatever else was on his mind, never even thinking to ask me. He still never asks. It's always about him, his life, his problems, his solutions. He never understood half the things I've done, much less why, and he's never bothered to ask. It's just a lot easier for him to chalk me up as self-justifying and leave it at that. The funniest thing is, musically, he's always thought of us as being equals. I worked at it, studied my craft, practiced, played in bands. For a bunch of years, I even made a living at it. He's been at the same level since high school. The trouble is, I'm tired of playing down to his level.
Waiting for our destiny inside your lonely words. Caught between the controversy and disclosure, tossed and turned. I let you down in ways you can't believe. Nothing brings you back, but I'm losing breath and struggling inside this soul so deep. And I cannot fathom anyone else inside this soul so deep. Restless dreams of unrealized, kicked around like so much mess. Can't ignore the energy spent reviving what was dead. Lost in myself and those around me here. The mirror's all that's left, but I'm losing breath and struggling inside this soul so deep. And I cannot fathom anyone else inside this soul so deep. If I could walk away with nothing left to decide, still there's a reason left. Perhaps we can survive. Truth is sometimes baffling when denial seems so clear. Coping makes almost anything look like there's something in the air. Lost in myself and those around me here. Can nothing bring you back, but I'm losing breath and struggling inside this soul so deep. And I cannot fathom anyone else inside this soul so deep. And I'm losing breath and struggling inside this soul so deep. And I cannot fathom anyone else inside this soul so deep. Inside this soul so deep. Inside this soul so deep.
Hello? Greg, this is Damien. I was thinking, we need to talk.
Okay.
I was thinking, how about 8 o'clock at your studio?
When?
Tonight, would that work?
Make it 7 and I'll be there.
Okay, see you then. Bye. Daybreak now, the sun will rise, start a brand new day. Blood of life begins to flow. Get up, it's time to play. Out from the clouds, the warmth of the day continues to expose. Seems like work, but so they say. Responsibilities imposed, and as the hours pass, the day continues to unfold. Before your eyes, the questions come, the answers go. How little do you know about your thoughts and feelings? Race right past, caught up within yourself. You get a grip on what you want and need. So fast, we're elated. I want you to be mine, we're elated. Beautiful and fine, we're elated. I want you to be mine, we're elated. So beautiful and fine. As evening comes, the sun now sets. The cycle is complete. Day's end is here, it's time to rest. Passions hit the street. Those city lights, they call your name. You eagerly await. In the dark, the candle glow. It'll burn to seal your fate. A long time spent thinking, like a flash explodes before your eyes, and hides from others' view the true impressions of the way things are. How far away now can you be? Don't change your life because of me. You see, you treat me like no other lover ever has. We're delated. Want you to be mine, we're deleted. So beautiful and fine, we're deleted. I want you to be mine, we're deleted. So beautiful and fine.
You still remember that thing. That's wild.
I always liked the way I put it together.
Hey, how'd you get in here?
Don't you remember? You gave me a key.
All right. Well, I'm here. What's on your mind?
Well, I just thought we should get together and talk. It's been a while, and it all ended kind of badly last time.
Damien, there's not that much to talk about. You have your opinions of me, and I have mine of you. We're probably both way off base. But it's like two old goats butting heads.
Or maybe it's two buttheads getting each other's goat.
Maybe, yeah.
So what are you trying to say? That you're not always trying to tell me what to play? Are you trying to make it sound like I'm the problem here? Do you think it's easy keeping all my balls up in the air? I'm doing the best I can to get my life together and get out of some of the ruts I've spun myself into over the last 25 years. There are a lot of things I can get better at, but I can't change the past. Neither can you.
That's all well and good, but maybe we're driving on a new road using an old map. I honestly don't think you're judging me fairly based on the person I am today. And maybe I'm doing the same thing to you. Where we always differed was in our motivations. I never operated on the pleasure principle.
That's for sure. Listen, I need rewards. That's how I get things done. If there's no payoff, why bother?
Hey, as a kid, didn't your parents pay you off when you got good grades?
Reward, Greg, reward.
Well, there's your carrot.
What's that supposed to mean?
All I know is in school I worked hard because I wanted to do a good job. There was no reward involved.
Well, for me, doing a good job was easy, so my folks gave me an incentive to keep my head in the game.
I couldn't have said it better. You still expect rewards just to keep your head in the game.
So what's wrong with that?
Nothing except some things in life worth doing don't always pay off.
So why bother?
That, my friend, is exactly where differences lie. You've always looked outside yourself for approval, guidance, rewards. Maybe you could start looking inside.
What, become a know-it-all like you?
Did it ever occur to you that I might actually know something? What I have money can't buy.
Maybe, but what makes you think you know any better?
It isn't about who knows better. It's about two lives that keep intersecting over and over again for more than 35 years. And for some reason, we keep doing the same things over and over again, only to end up with the same result.
That's the definition of insanity, isn't it?
That's one of them. We've gotten so used to ignoring each other's point of view that our friendship has been steadily dying instead of growing.
That sounds pathetic. What's the point in that?
Did you ever stop and think about why we're still friends at all?
Lately I have, and to be honest, there aren't all that many good reasons.
Look, I know I sometimes focus on the dark side of things, but we do have a lot of history. There's just this issue of mutual respect.
I respect you. You're the one who puts me down and makes me feel like a loser. It's like nothing I do is ever good enough for you.
Listen to yourself. I can't make you feel anything. Those are your feelings. My problem is that when you and I play music together, I sometimes take advantage of the fact that we're in my domain, and I forget to be a gracious host. And that's poor manners on my part.
You know, we've never really cultivated any common interest other than music. We're practically doomed to fail.
Looks like we're onto something here.
You know, even when we get together with our kids, it's kind of awkward. And we've never been able to integrate our spouses or girlfriends into our relationship.
You're right.
Our friendship has existed in a vacuum. So have our opinions of each other. What a couple of idiots.
Yeah. Well, it'd never be the same without you. I was a kid, we had to share everything. Sometimes, as I get older, I don't feel like sharing. I need some things to be mine alone.
When I was a kid, I was fine in my own little world. In my bedroom, everything was in its place. But I was lonely. I liked to share, but I always expected something in return. I learned to do whatever it took to be liked.
When you think about it, Damien, that's an awful lot of work right there. If you would just be yourself, there's still plenty of people who would like you. Just maybe not the same ones.
I'm not sure I follow.
On the day we met in first grade, I came up to you on the playground and said, hi. There was no schmoozing. You just seemed like a nice kid.
Right, but now I gotta find out who I really am. What if I don't like him?
Making friends with yourself is the first step to being friends with the rest of us.
We've been friends this long. Now what?
Well, all we can do is keep trying. At least you're listening now. Not all the time and not for very long, but you are listening.
You're not any less outspoken, but you're a little more understanding.
That's a step, isn't it?
How about if I drive the bus and show you what I can do with one of your songs?
Okay. But remember the last time you drove the bus? Take it easy on the corners.
Only with the test of time, the time I spent with you. Now this leads me to believe is what we have so true. As I sit and wonder about the things we do, if only we could enjoy the things we used to do. People's feelings, they change. At times you wonder why. People's feelings, they change. Do they stand the test of time? As I stop and think about all the things we've been through, none of this will really change the way I feel for you. Brought me so much happiness, now the pain shows through. All the time you bring me joy, why do I feel so blue? People's feelings, they change. At times you wonder why. People's feelings, they change. Do they stand the test of time? All alone I sit and I think, just waiting for your call.
Waiting for your call.
Stand up on that mountaintop, I try hard not to fall.
Try hard not to fall.
Sorting out my deepest thoughts and what was in my heart. Hurt so much I can't let go. I should have known this from the start.
Those feelings, they change. At times you wonder why. Those feelings, they change. Do they stand the test of time? Ooh. At times you wonder why. Ooh. Do they stand
test of time.
Hey, that was all right. You can still pull it out once in a while.
I can pull it out anytime I want. I just don't want to kill myself over playing my music. It's just that...
Damien, that reminds me. Did you see the news today?
No, why? Did you see something about another songwriting contest?
I'm serious.
What? What is it?
You remember Jerry Loomis? That kid from 4th grade?
Sure, I told you last time how I ran into him at the grocery store, the stock boy.
Yeah, sure, listen. He killed himself.
What?
It was in the news today. It seems he...
But I just saw him a couple
He
of...
hung himself in the basement. His wife found him.
He seemed okay when I saw him. I wonder if it's because...
No, he had problems. A history.
I wasn't rude or anything. It's just
He had a
that-
history of depression. It wasn't you.
But it didn't seem like a big deal at the time.
Damien, it's not about you. The news said he was taking medication for depression, but he was despondent over being passed up for a job promotion.
That's not such a big deal.
It was for him. The guy's dead. For Christ's sake, it could have been me.
What the hell are you talking about?
Man, you were the one who spent 3 months in the psych ward, but I was the one who went to the emergency room. Too many pills, too many times.
You never told me that before.
I never told anyone that before. My folks never figured it out. That time we got busted for stealing liquor, I was this close from swinging by a rope in my dad's barn. I thought about suicide a lot of times and tried it a few. Granted, that was 20-some years ago, but that's why I finally quit drinking. It was that or Prozac, psychotherapy, and divorce court. Knowing me, you'll understand why I opted for self-help. But I'll tell you this, I know how he felt. Maybe deeper than you'll ever know.
Say, man, you aren't any goddamn good to any of us dead.
I know. Now there's too much to live for. But it's impossible to forget those feelings. He couldn't live with the pain. So he left behind a wife and 3 kids.
Oh, man. When's the funeral?
It's tomorrow at 10. The wake is at Slattery at 9. Should we go?
Yeah. You're never gonna try that shit again, are you?
I hope not.
You know, last night I was over with my girls, just watching them do their homework and practice their music lessons. And I thought about how simple life used to be. They live just for today. That's the thing about kids. With boundless enthusiasm, they cut through all the crap and tell it like it is. No filters.
We were that way once too, you know?
We have traveled far to reach this landing, crossing smooth and climbing rough terrain, choosing paths that lead to understanding, now emerging to declare our fate. We are here today to join together once and for all time. We shall remain through the clear and sometimes stormy weather, sheltered by each other from the rain. We will join our forces from this very day, walk into the future, come what may. Arm in arm we tremble, should we go astray? Thanks to all of you who point the way. Most of all, we thank you here among us who have joined our journey.